Some people spend their entire life managing symptoms, but never actually healing. The dosage increases, new side effects appear, then another medication gets added to manage the first medication. Meanwhile, your energy drops, your body hurts, your sleep worsens, and deep down, you know your lifestyle truly never changed. And eventually, you have to ask a terrifying question: are you getting healthier or just delaying collapse long enough to function? First thing to know is the comfort of management can often be a trap. Management is often easier psychologically. Take a pill, you have some temporary relief, repeat. There's minimal disruption to your current lifestyle, but it doesn't require identity change, doesn't require sacrifice, and doesn't require accountability. Management lets you keep negotiating with the habits that made you sick. And then comes following is the cycle of escalation. Symptoms continue progressing, dosages increase, side effects appear, more medication is added, dependency grows, and your body continues deteriorating underneath symptom suppression. Most medications, depending on the condition of course, address the symptoms, but it requires lifestyle changes in action and routines to be able to address the root cause of what brought the symptoms on in the first place. In the modern medicine versus personal responsibility is another important area. Emergency medicine saves lives. Surgery can be necessary. Certain medications are essential, such as insulin, antibiotics, acute intervention, and severe mental illness, for some examples. But many chronic lifestyle diseases are heavily influenced by behavior the body cannot overcome continuous self-neglect forever. Modern medicine can buy you time, but it cannot live your life for you. And healing requires change. It often requires improving sleep, reducing processed foods, increasing movements, obtaining sunlight, improving hydration, balancing nervous system regulation, consistency, and patience. And most importantly, the willingness to stop escaping discomfort. Healing is difficult because it demands participation. And most people already know what harms them. Excess sugar, substances, sleep deprivation, inactivity, chronic stress, emotional suppression, and overstimulation. The painful part is that most people already know the direction their body is asking them to move. But are those people, is it potentially you that is not willing to listen and make changes? People often feel overwhelmed by how long healing may take. Discouragement becomes another excuse. Shame leads to avoidance. Avoidance deepens the condition. Some people don't fail because healing is impossible. They fail because they believe they have waited too long to deserve recovery. And as long as you have breath in your lungs, it is never too late to try. And your body is always communicating through fatigue, inflammation, poor sleep, brain fog, cravings, chronic pain, anxiety, and low energy. We have to frame them as signals rather than enemies, because your body whispers often before it screams. And there's a difference between living and existing. Surviving is not thriving. Functioning is not vitality. Being alive is not the same as feeling alive. Some people are technically alive, but their body hasn't felt like home in years. Some reflective questions are: what habits are your medications protecting you from confronting? If your body could speak honestly, what would it beg you to change? Are you trying to heal or trying to avoid discomfort? What would your life look like with real energy again? And what would become possible if your body stopped fighting against you every day. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It constantly tries to adapt, repair, and survive, even while being neglected. But eventually there comes a point where survival becomes harder than collapse. One day your body will give out. That's unavoidable. But there's a difference between a body that collapses because life ended and a body that collapses because it spent decades begging for change that never came. Maybe healing takes months, maybe years, maybe the damage won't fully reverse, but that still doesn't justify surrender. Because even small improvements change the quality of your existence. Better sleep changes your mind, better nourishment changes your energy, movement changes your resilience, and eventually your body begins responding to the fact that you finally started working with it instead of against it. If something resonated with you, consider leaving a comment below and sharing what felt most impactful. To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and/or share this video with someone who you feel might also benefit. Additional ways to support the channel can be found in the links in the description below. You will also find a link to my website, cravingfreedom.com, where you can access my ebooks. On the website, you can also find descriptions of what to expect from the ebooks. And if you feel ready to commit to your path towards freedom and are seeking in-depth guidance and support, consider applying for one-on-one coaching. Answers to frequently asked questions can also be found on the website. Thank you for your time.